Okay, we good. I don't like that chair there. 1 second. All right. Hey guys, welcome. Oh, there you are. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about the fact that I was exactly where you are right now. I was exactly you. I'm not a talented artist. I'm not a gifted artist. I'm not privileged. I wasn't given anything. I started out as a sick, pregnant mum who just needed an outlet. And that's how I got to where I am from one decision. It was one decision that changed everything for me. And that's all it takes. All it takes is one decision. There's a few things in your mindset that you need to change before you can get to that decision, I believe. And I'm going to talk to you about that today. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get to where I am just by making one decision. So let's get into it. I, not long ago, well, it was about 5 years ago now. Sorry, it wasn't 5 years ago. 7 years ago, I was pregnant with my second child and I was very sick, very, very sick. I had HG, which is a severe form of morning sickness. It's the worst one you can get. I was hospitalized with my first pregnancy. Second time around, it was even worse. And I was in this rut. I was stuck in this rut. We had just moved into our new home and we had all these white walls. I was pregnant, I had a toddler, and I needed something. I was looking at these walls going, I need to buy some art. I just need something to make me happy. I just need something. And so I thought, why don't I make something? But what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. I've got all these white walls. I've got no ideas. All I know is I want to make something for my walls, and I do not like anything that I see. I was online shopping, I was Pinteresting, I was Instagramming, I was doing all of the things, didn't find anything that I liked. Eventually, time went on. And I used to go for little walks. It would just make me feel better. It would help me sort of take me out of my daily sort of sickness that I was having. And I would walk past this art store every single day. This went on for like 6 months. I would look inside and I would walk past with my pram, with my big belly. I'd be like, I'm gonna go in there one day. I'm just gonna go in and see if there's something I can do. And I didn't. I never could muster up the courage because I just was too much in my head, like, you don't know what you're doing, you're not creative, this isn't something you can do, don't kid yourself, you're pregnant, you've got kids, all these limitations, all these limiting beliefs just like going through my mind constantly, all the negative thoughts telling me that I couldn't do something. As I said, this went on for 6 months. Fast forward, while I'm telling you this also, I've got some things I need to do. I am mixing some paint for my piece today, so I'm gonna do that while we're talking. So while I'm doing all of this, right, and while I am walking and getting some relief from the walking, but still in my mind, I'm like, I need to do something about this whole situation. So I ended up one day, I had my baby, I walked in. I thought, I'm gonna walk in on this one day. For some reason, something just pulled me in, And so I went in. Hang on, sorry guys, I need to get something. So I use this little palette knife. I scoop pigment into my metallics. It's my little trick. I talk about this in my course, by the way. So what I did was I walked in and I spoke to the shop assistant there, who was so lovely. She was so helpful. Automatically just made me so happy that I had made this decision to walk in. Anyway, it gets better. So we ended up talking. I let her know what I wanted to do with my home and what I wanted to do with some artwork. I've just spilled that all over. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway. She was an artist herself. So she worked in the art store. She was an artist herself. And she said, look, I run these classes in my home. And if you wanted to come by, I'd be happy to show you everything that I know. Perhaps that can then get you started on your mission to make something for your home. And I was like, okay, this complete stranger's just inviting me into her home. I've known her for about 3.5 seconds. Is this something I want to do? Like, I'm pregnant, I've got a kid at home, I'm sick every day, I've fallen into this rut where I've just been, sort of at home. Any mums out there who have been in this same position know what I'm talking about. Like, you just get into this sort of rut where you just don't want to see anyone, you don't want to talk to anyone. So just me walking into that store alone and speaking to her was a big thing for me, because things were just not great at that time for me. I thought, you know what? At first I was a bit apprehensive, but then I thought, do you know what? This is actually not a bad idea. And if I don't pull myself out of this and do something different and push myself out of my comfort zone, I'm just gonna remain where I am. I'm gonna be stuck in this rut, and how am I ever gonna get out of it? And I thought, this is a great opportunity. So I said, you know what, why not? So we exchanged details, the day came. I wasn't really on socials much, and I feel like Instagram wasn't, and perhaps, TikTok and all that wasn't such a thing back then. Well, TikTok wasn't at all. So I couldn't really look her up as such. I don't even think she had a website. Like it was very amateur. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna take a risk. She seemed lovely. So I rocked up on the day. The day came, backtrack. Leading up to that, I kept telling myself I wasn't gonna do it. I found every single reason not to go. I'm pregnant, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that. Anyway, so I thought, you know what, on the day, I nearly canceled. And then something pulled me in. Again, something pulled me in and was like, just go, do this. The little voice. So I did. I just got to shake this. And I was so happy that I went. She was so lovely. There was one other lady there who she was doing the class with. And she went through some real basic stuff and just told us what materials we needed. She had some canvases there and we did a few different bits of artwork. I'm going to have to show you some pictures of the artwork that I did actually. It was a really, really good class. It went for like an hour. I was so happy. So I was really inspired after that. After that, I sort of had something to work with. I knew what materials to get. I knew where to go to get the materials. She was someone that I could reach out to, she said, if I needed any help. So this was all just things that I needed just to get me on my way. So immediately as I left this class, I went to the art shop and I bought a bunch of stuff because, as I said, I was inspired, I was ready to go, I was motivated. And from then on, I started creating. I started painting, I started dabbling in different sorts of mediums. Thing is, I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, right? I was just like, I'm gonna make this piece for my living room and that's it. So I decided to start practicing first before I did this masterpiece. Was practicing, doing different things, decided to jump on social media. I think it was we were going through COVID now. And so we were all locked in our houses and I had found this newfound hobby, which was just such an outlet for me. It was just something that helped me get through those really bad times in COVID, being a mum of 2 young children, and it was definitely a therapeutic hobby that I had developed, and I started posting online. That's sort of when I more so jumped online. Just being inside all day, I think we all turned to the online world. And I started posting my art online. My family and friends was responding really well. They were all loving it. They were ordering pieces. And then from there, it just slowly grew. Sorry guys, I just need to get some more paint. Show you the colors I'm mixing while I'm doing this. I'm using this beautiful color. It's a warm gray from Amsterdam. I've got 3 of them. Does anyone do this? Like you end up having like a little bit left, but you're like, you should probably throw it out. But then you're like, there's still a tiny bit left. There's literally nothing in here. I'm a hoarder. I can't throw this out. I can't bring myself to throw this out. Why? Who cares? Like it's $9. Like why am I, it's just the paint, you know, I don't want to, anyway. I ended up, so where are we at? So I ended up sharing my work, and then friends of friends started to really respond to my work and started ordering from me. And then from there, it just grew. I had strangers contacting me, then was getting regular orders, and it just really grew. And the crazy part about this story, right? Like, guys, I believe that this is destiny. This is just something that was meant to happen. This art store that I used to walk past every day for like a good 6 to 12 months, right? I'm not exaggerating. This store had been there for so long. It was one of the oldest art stores. I can't even remember the name of it. Been there for many years, like I want to say like 10 years, maybe longer. I'm just cleaning all of the old paint in here because I want to use this, but it's got blue paint in it and we don't want blue paint in my beautiful warm grays. No, so I'm just gonna see all those bits. They're actually my medium that I use. Again, I do talk about that, what I use in my course, and you need to get it off, otherwise it'll reactivate. The crazy thing is, this store, 1 month after I had walked in, the entire chain of these stores closed. The store closed down. All the other the chains, I'm pretty sure, definitely in Victoria, where the state that I'm in Australia, they closed down around Australia too. What are the odds? Like, I walked in at the exact right moment. To me, that is just so serendipitous to me. I feel it is destiny, whatever you want to call it. And it didn't mean anything to me at that time, you know, because I didn't know it was going to turn into this. But fast forward, and that one moment literally changed. That one moment changed the trajectory of my life. I have become a full-time artist. It's a dream that I had when I first started to see that this could go somewhere. And I just always had it in my mind from that moment. I thought this could be really be something. Imagine having my own studio. That was just so unattainable at that point. I never thought I would get here. Never, no way. I ended up really capitalizing on all of the popularity that I was experiencing at that time during COVID, and that growth that was happening on the social media channels, and that's where I grew. That in itself was something that I pursued, and I made a decision to pursue that because I knew what was happening and I knew that this was really starting to take off. I went with it, ended up, I really got serious with things about 3 years ago. Coming up to 3 years this June. It's actually only been 2.5 years. Now in my own studio, I make 6 figures in my business and then some. I have multiple revenue streams. I have a studio assistant and I have remote staff. It's changed our lives. It's changed my life as a mum, as an entrepreneur, as a wife. You know, it's helped support our family. It's just done so many amazing things, and I owe it all to that moment that I decided that I was going to change something. So what I want to say to you is, if you are at that crossroads, or if you are in that position where you're sort of sitting on the fence, you know that you want to do something but you don't know what, and there is something that you know that you can do and you are shying away from it because you're scared, you don't want to take a risk, you're fearful of failing, don't be, because it is that one thing that can change absolutely everything for you, just like it did for me. This is one of the things that I talk about so much in one of my courses as well. If you are wondering, if you are waiting for the right moment, if you are looking, you do have to have your mind open to this. You do have to be in this mindset, and I believe that the opportunities will come to you. I really do think it is one of those things of the powers of the universe and the powers that and whatever it is that is out there, whatever you believe in, I think that there is that gravitational pull when you are open to it. Guys, that's it from me. Let me know in the comments below if you are at that point. If you're not, if you're looking for something, I would love to know. Let me know in the comments so we can start the chat. And I love hearing your opinions and where you're at as well. It inspires me so much when you guys reach out and connect with me. I get to connect with other like-minded artists, like I once was, emerging artists. And yeah, it's a great little community that we can build here. So comment below, and if you think I'm subscribe worthy, which I hope you do, hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me. I hope you all have a positive day.